Yo, what's going on, fellas? Alright, welcome, YouTubers. My name is Daily Crypto. Welcome to Cryptocurrency. We're live. Alright, guys, so not gonna waste any time today. Actually, I didn't schedule anything today. I wasn't going to go live. I was supposed to go watch my girlfriend play out of town, but we decided that I should stay home and watch the dogs. So I'm staying home watching the dogs, and you guys are gonna watch my live stream, hopefully, if anyone's here. So no one's here right now, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go on with the show. If anyone pops in, I'll be looking at the comments to see what you guys might want to review. But last week when we left off, we had taken a position on Luna. So we're gonna talk about a little bit about how that trade went, how I managed it after the live stream had ended. And then from there, we're going to take a look at BTC, basic, very recent market structure, and speculate on it a little bit. Maybe try and place a trade in BTC or another altcoin, unless someone suggests an altcoin. So it looks like we got two viewers, or two comments anyway. What's up, guys? Atong and Samantha. If you guys got any altcoin suggestions for today, go ahead and drop them in the comments, and we'll be looking to take two altcoins to analyze, maybe trade today. So for right now, we're going to go ahead and get into this Luna position. So right here where the risk to reward ratio starts, this is where we had actually taken the entry. So this is where we set this thing up and we had projected it, so we didn't have any of this information available. This is where we were. So this is how I had charted the trade, and you can go back and watch that live stream and kind of see how my thoughts were. Hey, Tommy says smash the like button. Bro, good job, man. Hell yeah, smash that shit. But anyway, so this is kind of my thoughts on it from the last session. I was speculating that we could potentially get to a TP1 here right at previous resistance. Now what I should have done was lowered that just a little bit. Usually I do like to put take profit goals right before resistance because sometimes they don't get those clean touches. But anyway, it looked like a solid projection, and I'll just go ahead and try and play it a little bit to show you how it went forward. So while I was watching it here, I was concerned because it did almost immediately go to it was in a losing position, and we had the stop loss just below divergence because we actually charted divergence here. So we were looking at this and we were trying to make a play off of this divergence. So by extending this line forward, this divergence line here on the candlesticks, if price went below this line, I wanted to be out of the position. So that if price went below that divergence line, it would have indicated to me that there was potential for further downside movement, and I wouldn't have wanted to be involved in that position. So I was waiting to get into a profitable position so that way I could adjust my stop loss, because if you've heard me talk before at all, you'll like to hear me say that any profits are better than no profits, or any profit is better than a loss. So whenever I can get into a profitable position, I usually try to move my stop loss over the entry, and then I'll choose to recalculate or withhold from the position completely. So moving forward here, I saw this price movement up. Price moved up just a little bit, didn't completely hit my TP1 goal. Here, let me see how far we are from entry actually. Here there was a profitability range of 1.28%. So I could have adjusted it, I could have adjusted my stop loss at any time. Should have put it in at like 0.5% or something. But I really was trying to squeeze this out so that we could get these profitable movements, and I can come back this week on the live stream and toot my horn and all that good shit. But I got a little bit scared as price seemed to have come back down from this point, and it was on this candle actually that I had closed my position. So now I'm going to bring the 3 commas chart into here, and so here you can see that was the entry, and basically I was at least wanting price to go to TP1, and then I would adjust my adjusted stop loss to that point, so that we could at least get stopped out for some amount of profits. And again, I could show you guys something cool, but ultimately I had adjusted it, and price 3 commas automatically stopped me out right here at the entry, which is fine, because if we would have moved this trade forward a little bit, just a little bit more, actually still did not hit TP1. So if I just let it float right here, at this point, even still, if I had not adjusted the stop loss to entry where I did, I could have put it right here, 0.5% or 1%. But even still, if I just put the set and forget mindset and did not pay attention to it or dynamically trade it, I would have got stopped out right here. And this is a huge indication of that. This simple trend line was following from 2 highs, so it was a projection. It wasn't really guaranteed to take a short from there. It could have been an outbreak. And that's essentially what we were betting on. We wanted to take our entry here on this divergence. That price breaks out over here, and it can continue upwards to some of these other regions. The price was respected, so even if I hadn't been stopped out at that point where I did, I would have probably more than likely had taken profits on one of these two candles or got out at entry right here. Because I'd be like, if I see two candlesticks confirm after that rejection point, which was, I mean, here's horizontal resistance, here's dynamic resistance. So it made sense to close the trade at that point, and if you didn't, you would have got stopped out. Now, what happened here is I could have recalculated and tried to go in again based off of another signal, but then here moving forward, there is no divergence because this creates a lower low, and this is also a lower low. So it's not as strong as a signal to get in. Even there, I would have got stopped out again. But moving forward, you do often see that, interestingly enough, you sort through all your take profit goals. So that's often how the market treats you, like shit. The market does not want you to make money. Well, actually, it doesn't really care about you. But there are people manipulating the market who are very, very smart, and they have not accumulated large amounts of funds on accident. They have purposefully worked their funds into their favor and make their money work for them. So they pretty much, that would be called like a liquidity trap. I got stuck in a liquidity trap there. Thankfully, I didn't lose any money because that could have been 2.89% stop out. That trade actually had 6 cents on the profit margin. So 6 cents for that Luna trade. So again, we got stopped out just above entry. So all I did was waste time. Now, we don't like to waste time, of course. We want to be getting paid for our time. But in any ideal scenario, if you can get stopped out just above entry, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. So that's how that Luna trade went. And then I'll just go ahead and exit out and see where we are now. So let me just... Boom, and we're trending way above that. So if I could have had maybe that also would have worked, but that was just ridiculous. So I think I managed that properly. I wish I could have got profits, but again, didn't take a loss. So that was a properly managed trade. You'll find that whenever you are trading, you'll have small wins, small losers. You should have small wins, small losers, or then big winners. So like our paydays usually don't come, you know, as if you went to McDonald's and got a paycheck every 2 weeks. That's not the case with trading. You don't really know if you're going to make money every 2 weeks or not. Whenever you do get into that one super duper winner, though, you try to chase it for as long as possible, comfortably, because you definitely want to escape with profits. And then that turns into your big payday. But anyway, we are going to see if we have any comments and any altcoin suggestions, because we're going to take a look at Bitcoin now. We need to speculate on the almighty BTC. And then we will look at other altcoins. So I'll just move this somewhere else. I don't exactly want to close out. Yeah, I think we're done with it for now. So let me just make sure it's saved. Okay. And we'll take a look at Bitcoin. Let me see what kind of comments we got here. So what's up? We do have some viewers now. What's up, guys? Good evening. Good evening. Any altcoin suggestions, feel free to drop them in there. We're going to go ahead and analyze 2 of them. First 2 that pop up. Don't have any yet. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at BTC while we do that. So I have some really super duper simple market structure here. We can see previously that there was a downtrend here. It's been broken. If I can pull up on my object tree. So we'll see here. There's been a few downtrends that have been broken, and people played this every time. So while we were here at this point, just really quickly. Why didn't it? Oh, right here. So while we were at that point, really quickly, we could see here that this was actually a divergence signal too. So if you know anything about divergence, you're pretty cautious at this point of what is happening in Bitcoin. And you're like, oh man, you know, this is a daily divergence signal. So there's a lot of time span on this. So naturally, you would want to be wary of a downtrend for about 21 days. Because that's what our divergence measures out to. So we would want to be wary of that till about December 2nd. And moving forward, before we have any of these lines, obviously we don't have any of these lines before this price action unfolds, so I can just go ahead and close it. Let me open this way. Oh, that wasn't the one. So let me go to breached structure here, and I'll turn these all off. Yeah, so it should be moving forward here. Now we can see support resistance roll flip, right? Here's a previous resistance. This is a recent swing high before this one was created. So potentially support resistance roll flip. That's where we're going to look for support and break out of, well, we don't have that wedge yet. We actually only have this wedge. So at this time, this is all we have to observe. I'm not going to highlight that, or I'm not going to close that because that's in a different category. All right, fine. I will close it. So this is what we have yet. So now we're, shorters are trying to short based off this projection here. They're placing their entries like this. Right? Shorters want to short. They want to go over that range, or maybe go over all-time high if they want to have a 20% stop loss. That's crazy. But maybe, a lot of people put shorts right here and it worked. If you wanted to put a long right here, you were betting on this outbreak, or you probably were betting on this right here. Oh yeah, so I have to put that back at least. Let me get this. Okay. Alright, so close that back up. Alright, so now if you wanted to long from here about this point, you'll see that price is coming from here, and maybe a reasonable place to put it in is at that close. And then you can put a stop loss below here, and you're betting on the breakout, going back to all-time high and creating new all-time highs. So ending on speculation there, we see that breakthrough, so it obviously gets respected, and this signals a long-term downtrend. This is a signal of a long-term downtrend. We're now checking other areas of previous support, and there's a fine support touch there, but now we have a really solid range to go into. So this is exactly where we would be playing until it breaks over. So now you can bet again. Here, we're betting along, people are betting along, something like that. You can bet any way you want on this outbreak with different stop losses and what have you. Or you could have bet short on this if you wanted to bet short. Again, there's always the possibility to bet short. Now this one probably would have got stopped out. That would have made, if you want to swing, some people do it. I don't really have the stomachs to plan out something like that with a lot of capital, but people are doing it. People are trying to do that, and that's what they're seeing and what they're thinking when they're doing it. So moving forward now, that's sort of how we get these layers in breakages, right? So now I see this break over, and before it created that point, we had this. So now I can just actually turn one of these back on, I think. Yeah, I'll delete this one now, because I actually have that drawn out. And that's not the right one. So from there, after we get that high, now we're playing in this range. So that's how you find a range to trade in, and now that is where we are. So if we move forward now, we get another breakout. So here again, we have the long. We're going to long back to here. Short is going to short. People are going to place their bets. So now we're butting up, and we get rejected from here. So this is short-term support resistance roll flip. Support becomes resistance. Now we also place another trend line. Oh, so I had deleted that one. Let me see. Yeah, okay, there we go. Oh, sorry, getting a little confused here. There we go. Okay, so now we have another trend line. And basically that's how people keep playing. It's a very, very simplistic game. And breaks over. And then we're going to end up, to where we are right now. So that's kind of how we ended up here. And I haven't placed another line over this right here because this is breached structure. So now I'm not really looking at that. And I'm going to active structure, which is where we are now. I've just placed this. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this and this because that's from once upon a time. And this right here is, again, an area where we're going to be looking for resistance. So it had breached over here, and we actually didn't have this data point yet until that breach. So that is how we played that. Here, we didn't have that. We had this projection based off these two values. And we were looking for resistance based off these two values projection. Just simply connecting the wicks gives us a range if we don't have one. If we were to connect these values, we have the same line right here. Even discounting this, we still have the same line right here. So projecting this upwards line is where we would potentially map out the next layer if this gets breached. And it didn't touch there perfectly, but that's where it'd come up to. So let me get rid of that now. So, but that's where it had ultimately came close to. So now if we're looking at total active structure, now we can draw a new point, as we have previously done, draw new points, and we can find our trading range here. So we have pretty simplistic trading range. Horizontal support, I would say, you could try and ration potentially something like right here, but you would turn this into a pretty solid zone. I mean, maybe that, because there's a point touch here and touch here. But I would say that you're reaching at this point, because it's not as clean as this. Like, this is pretty clean. I mean, touch, resistance, resistance. That's not very clean. But this is enough to project that value. So that's where we're getting this from. And now we're in this little range here. So we know on the daily, this is our range. We can project where we might run into some problems, where we will see conflict. At any point when price starts butting up against this, it's potential for outbreak and potential for shorters to short. So someone's going to win, someone's going to lose. Can't both be right. And that's kind of how you will plan it up. So now that we have a larger picture view, we're going to go ahead and get set up to scalp. So I'll go to my Bybit chart because I don't do scalping on Bitstamp. I do my scalping on Bybit. So now I have a similar market structure going on here because this is the immediate range I'm going to be playing. So I know these are going to be the daily values that I'm looking at running into trouble. And now whenever I am scalping or trying to intraday trade, I will set up a bunch of trade scratch. So I don't have too much of it going on right now, actually. I think I cleaned up a lot of it before I got here. So I'm probably going to put, it's also because it's on the 1 day. I'm probably going to put a bunch of lines in here, and it's going to look, really, really weird, but I'm going to be assigning those to trade scratch because a lot of times on smaller time frames, like 1 minute, 5 minutes, there's not really any valid market structure. Like here on the daily, that doesn't even look like it makes sense. Like right here, you see this downtrend channel, or you can't really see it, but you just see two funkily dotted lines, and they look really close to each other. It doesn't make any sense. But I was trading that on a 5 minute time frame, I think. That was really solid downtrend channel. I don't know where it is. Oh yeah, there it is. So yeah, that was clean. That was a clean channel. But on a super large time frame, you couldn't do anything with that information. Probably couldn't make a trade. While with this information, you can make several intraday trades. So I'm gonna get a little bit scratchy here. But before I start intraday trading, I wanted to give you a quick outlook on Bitcoin, where we're at, what kind of very simple support and resistance areas we're looking at based off simple trend line analysis. And before I start scalping here, we're going to see if we have any altcoin suggestions yet. So let me come back to the comments now. Can I bring water? Good. Let me see. Take a look at Luna. Damn it, why does everyone keep suggesting Luna? Alright, I'll take a look at Luna. Let me see. Look at FTM maybe? I'm waiting for a potential falling wedge and bullish divergence on 1H. Okay, cool. Maybe we can do something with that. We'll take a look at FTM. Don't like 1 hour candle close right now. Maybe another leg coming, Patrick says. Okay, so we'll take a look at FTM, and Luna is the second one I suggested. So I said we would take the first two suggested, so we'll do FTM and Luna. G-Man says, what's up, fellas? What's up, G-Man? Thanks for being here, bro. Oh, man. This must be late for you. I appreciate that, partner. Patrick says, watch out, Edward. Some angry crow is trying to break into my house. Oh, you can hear the crow? I didn't really know how sensitive my mic is. Yeah, the crows come and they try to take my dog's food. Because my dog has got the dog food outside because he's a sloppy eater. So crows come and try to steal his food. He's probably out there boxing him up right now. Minakwobi. I can't remember if you said you were Caesar or not, but I can't pronounce your name, Nkobi, but I think Nkobi would work anyway. I'll try Nkobi. Just join now. What are we looking at? So we just took a look at Bitcoin. We got a general outlook on Bitcoin, and now we're going to go look at FTM. FTM was suggested by, who was that again? Patrick. So I'm not going to go super duper far back on FTM. Hopefully they have it on Bybit. So, you said 1H you were looking at? We'll take a look at... I'll go ahead and take a look at the daily real quick so I can see... Whoa! Alright. Phantom. Okay, so not perfect, but I gotta give myself a floor here. So, give myself really quick. Boom. I'll extend that up to where it touches that wick at least. I know that's going to be a super huge zone. It's probably going to be like 10-15%. Oh, great. My tool is right in the way. Oh, 7%. Okay, not terrible. Alright, so clearly we have some kind of resistance right here. And that's not perfect, but that's certainly previous all-time high. So I'll go... I mean, I'm not backdating this on Binance. This could be incomplete information, but I'm pretty sure that's all-time high. So we'll check right here. What's this value? The high price is 3.51. So let me put that here. Make sure it's 3.51. Okay. So that is previous all-time high. I can also make a little zone here, so I know if I'm coming back into this wick range, I'm in trouble. Don't really care about the values on that square too much because I know where previous resistance or previous all-time high is anyway. So now looks like we're kind of in a similar situation where we had, we played that a little bit of a breakout, but then it came back to retest. So this is pretty much done, breached, right? We had it. Price was playing it here, butted up against rejection, came over, retested, and it's pretty far away from the range now. I mean, if we want to leave it, we can. I'll go ahead and leave it. Not a huge deal to leave it on there. So, by the way, let me get my MACD on here and average directional index. Okay, so I like those scripts. Now I'm going to hide them for now because I am just doing candlestick analysis real quick. I like to chart the market structure without the indicators. And then we'll bring those on to trade. Now, even though I'm going to be displaying them at the same time, because they're on the screen right there, you can't not see them. So it's a little bit hard to say I'm discounting the information while looking at the candlesticks first. But I'm going to primarily be looking at the candlesticks first and discounting the information until after I do my candlestick analysis when I start scalping. But for right now, we will display it like this. So let me adjust that. And here, I can get gritty. Let me change the color of this too because I don't like blue. Blue, this color right here is usually for divergence. I would use this to code divergence. So if I look at the chart, I almost said math. If I look at the chart, I could pretty much know that is divergence. But this is not divergence, so let me change this. That's pretty valid. Trying to see how this looks. So that's pretty solid too. It's pretty clean. So we got a couple areas of resistance to run into. On the daily, I'd say that about does it. I mean, we can chart. I don't have any horizontal support or resistance here, so let's try and take a look at that real quick. There's two clean touches here. It's a pretty big zone to call it a zone, but I suppose we could do that. That'll work. Yeah, not much to go off of. So we're going off that low from the bear flag, or from the bull flag pennant there. Yeah. That about does it. That about does it for the daily. So I'll try and break in now to, what Patrick said? 1H. So let's go into the 1H and see where's that divergence he might be talking about. Okay. Cool. So I can break this down now. I have a little bit of a smaller intra trend. So if I go back to my, let me see. If I go back to this one, this chart here, you can see. Oh no, it wasn't that one. Sorry, it was this one. Oh, I don't have the same chart there on both of them. All right, well, whatever. I'm just gonna go ahead and I would group like here on the side intra trend. So now that I know those are daily values, I'll group them off the video so I don't waste a bunch of time being nitpicky. But now I want to try and find intra trends. So before I look at that divergence, I just want to see if I could play any of these and find if there's been like an outbreak or something, a recent structure outbreak that will give me potentially layer up my trading, like so that right there. These values are projected from here, and it never got the third retouch to make it valid, like a valid rejection point. But here we can see price did break above it, and now potentially is using it as support. So I'm just gonna layer that in there. It looks pretty. It looks like it could potentially be of use, so I'm gonna leave it in there. And now, if I'm trying to do the same thing with some values here, I want to see if I can cut through these, but that won't give me. Well, I'm not gonna try and chop it up that much on the hourly, but I could try to explain that as reasonable. So now I'm just connecting my low points to see if there's anything like a, if we could see something like a falling wedge where it's like this, but by connecting these values, I don't really have that. Maybe this is divergence homie was talking about, Patrick, or maybe it was right here. So this is indicative of a downtrend. This is technically, right now, it would seem to be higher lows. So we have a higher, well, out of here, this is breaking that structure. So this is coming back now and retesting here. It's not exactly flipped, but now there's two touches there. So we could expect to use that in the future as potential resistance on the short term. This could potentially be resistance here. So on the downside, it looks like, damn, we're at the bottom of our, yeah, pretty much the bottom of the floor right now. And without having Binance's information, because Bybit starts right here, Binance probably has some stuff, shows me something beneath that floor. But I'm not going to speculate below this floor. I don't want to be involved in the position beyond that floor. So pretty easy for me to go long at this point, I would say. Somebody who has just walked into FTM. I mean, I've heard about it before. We've talked about it at Crypto University. I don't really know much about the Phantom ecosystem, to be honest. I don't speculate too heavily on altcoins outside of just like little intraday movements like this. Pretty strict with what I'm looking to accumulate. So, all right, let me see now. We can see some of that divergence Patrick was talking about. Let me delete that. I'm not really sure why I have that there still. So maybe Patrick is talking about this, that's a little bit of an unsteady bet for me, because here I'm seeing price wedge down. Well, here I actually have MACD bullish cross. I don't know. That's a pretty gross speculation. I don't think this. Why is that right in my way? Yeah. I mean, dang. We could play it. I'll play it if you'll play it. Oh boy. Yeah. G-Man knows I'm aggressive. I don't know how I feel about this though. So this is our immediate price structure. This is what we're looking at. Pretty much we can attempt to short down or long out that outbreak. Shorting would probably be the better option from here. I'm not very confident in this market structure, although this maybe technically is divergence. Yeah, I guess I would have to argue that's technically divergence, because this is going up while we have this going down. Now if you start altering this, like right now, if you're like, oh, you take it from the low, it's probably, well, yeah, it would still be divergence on there. But if you start trying to change the source and stuff, like if you don't see it, you have to operate on the same basis. You can't just go and change your settings of your script to see what you want to see, because then you're just like curve fitting for your trades, and that's not good. That's not what you want to do. So we might be able to take a position here on FTM. Seems like something's going to happen very soon, so let me just break into 5 minute real quick, see what kind of intratrade structure we have in here. So pretty low in volume, it would seem. Not disgustingly low. It's coming into 5 minutes now. Changing this, by the way. Coming into 5 minutes. That's a pretty solid structure if I wanted to play it, man. Something's going to happen to that real soon. Something's going to happen to this little thing real soon. What do we have a spread on this? 91% up. Okay, let me see. I'm speculating. Don't take the. Nothing I say on here is financial advice, by the way, so you can't sue me. I don't have any money anyway. It's only crypto. You're not gonna get anything, so I'll go to jail before I give you my private keys, or anyone my private keys. But let me just speculate on this for a second. I wish I could have been here. I wish I could have been seeing this. Could have been seeing this like an hour ago. But that's alright. We could still possibly speculate on this. Let me see. At a 1% stop loss from market price would put me over this line and over the outbreak. So if price did something like this, where it comes up, retest here, I mean, I'd be out at that point. I could try and raise this up, but that would put me in a dangerous position, because I don't want to be stopped out for that much. So if price did something like that, I mean, I'd be stopped out here. But if it did something like this, I'd be the fool, because price would probably then come in here and do something like that. Oh, and then come back up and shoot down through here. or back down here. So that's kind of why I'm wary of where to place this stop loss here. I would like to put it above the recent swing high as well, but that's just too far in this position for in my opinion, for a scalp. I'm just not comfortable doing that for a scalp. But let me see what else I can get figured out here. I'm not done speculating entirely. Yeah, the stop loss seems like it's asking for trouble. I don't want to just get shopped out. I mean, this wedge, this is pretty much... Here on 5 minutes. That's from the, I think we drew on the 1 hour time frame, so on the 5 minutes a little bit different, but the divergence is squeezed up into this downtrend line. Okay, so, I mean, if I were to extend that here, I could do, I would make I couldn't even get 1-to-1 out of this comfortably. I would like to try to target there. So I'll try to wait. I'll try to wait to see if it butts up here. Maybe I could play that. That would be a little bit better. Then I could try to extend this for 1%. Where can I get 1% out of this? I'd have to try and play that. Because then my stop loss would be above the recent swing high. So I'm gonna try and wait for this little outbreak attempt right here. If it breaks out and then looks like it's coming back down, I'm gonna try and hit that short, because that would put me at a 1% stop loss, which makes sense. And then I could target at least 1-to-1 here, and maybe somewhere into these ranges going back down. I might also change my speculation. I'm fluid, like water. You gotta be like water. So if I'm gonna try and take that short from this point, but if I see that price is getting some type of rejection right here based on this, and it's confirming, so it comes out again and does confirm and goes up like that first outlook we were talking about, at this point I might be prompted to enter a short or a long. So the only thing that makes me upset about wanting to counter this now is that my stop loss is could very easily get hit right here. So I would have to extend my stop loss below this range, but I definitely don't want to find myself waiting again, because if price confirms right here, then I want to try and get involved into a long to a higher upwards move. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how this position for the short goes. Let me just hide that, and we'll see how that goes. Now I'll take a look at the other altcoin again. It was Luna, right? Luna. Let me read the comments again. So we'll look at Luna. I'll see how maybe I can get a hold of that short, and maybe Luna might give me a better opportunity. But we'll see. Johnny A says, "Hey Edwards, how's it going? Hope you haven't missed too much." Well, bro, so far we talked about, we just took a brief overlook at Bitcoin market structure. We talked about last week's Luna trade as well, and we looked at FTM, set up some market structure on it, got ready to scalp it, or at least intraday trade it. And now we're going to be taking a look at Luna. Once again, I asked for 2 altcoins, and Luna was the second one that came out, so we're going to look at Luna again right now after I get through the comments I haven't seen yet. Patrick says, "I need to zoom in, buddy. It's formed today." What's formed today? What point were we looking at? Oh, I think I did zoom in, hopefully. Patrick, if I didn't zoom in, let me know, brother. It's unconfirmed 1 right now yet. It's not a bad setup if it goes down for another leg. Price is going up, but volume is decreasing. Yeah, the volume doesn't look too amazing. It looks like it seems like what's happening here is there's some profit taking from this short, from this breakdown here, because here we had a breakthrough of, I mean, that's pretty clean break. So we had people already in profits here, shorting this, and then they're in bukus of profits now. So these people from this short, a lot of people trying to take profits here, some people hunkered back in on it, and so now there's some profit taking as price gets here. So there's people wary of their positions, so volume is stuck, people are stuck in their trades, and new money is scared because of the current market structure. And in a few minutes that could change. We're on a 5-minute structure here, so butting up against some other structures would likely prompt maybe a pump or a dump. But yeah, that's potentially why there is seemingly stall of volume here. But yeah, moving forward now, no one else has any comments on FTM. We'll go ahead and move into Luna. So I'll leave that alone. I'll leave that right there. And we'll go into Luna. I've been tracking this already. I did close it right. I was like, no, I'm not going to close Luna yet, but I did close it earlier. So yeah, here's that previous Luna trade. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this. We've already reviewed it. If you missed the review, it's in the beginning of this video, so you can just backtrack it if you're watching this live. And there we go. I'll leave that there. So let me go ahead and just get a look at what the bigger picture is doing. I'm not gonna go to the daily here. Oops. What the? Oh, tripping. Why? There we go. AC just turned off. It's a really nice AC. Keeps me nice and cold. Thing is loud though. I'm pretty sure you could hear it. I was trying to think, where did this come from? But this line right here is from these two values. So this line is the first breach of that. I'll go ahead and project it from there. I was like, where is that line coming from? So I'll bring it down a little bit more. So here's my range here on Luna. It looks like we have a nice support resistance flip here. Potentially, you know, nice volume coming in, stepping in there. So we could potentially play that over. So here's a little intraday trading range. Break in smaller to observe this. Break in a bit smaller there. Okay, so now I can play this over that, this range over to that, and I'm just gonna. I mean, this is on the 1 hour, so it's kind of valid. I mean, it's the most recent active valid downtrend projection, but we do have a valid downtrend based on other values. Based on these values here. So tightening up that top right there. Now coming to this top. So these are two possible areas that we could run into resistance if trying to target this back up. Because these are projections, because this is touched one point, this is the second point of touch. This is the first point of touch for this trend line, and this is the second point of touch. So they're pretty unstable, but currently they are active. They're the most recent active downtrend structures. Here we have support. As far as dynamic support goes, I really wouldn't even say this. Because G-Man's here, I'm going to try and draw a fib on this and see. Nah, I don't want to make myself look stupid in front of G-Man. I'll just go with, I'm just going to keep it really simple. Is that divergence at least? No. If that was divergence, that would have been clean. Here we also still don't have it, and here we still don't have it. So this wedge is going to come up sooner or later. We'll see. Speculating on this might be a little bit hard, but going to 5 minutes now. Make sure I'm done looking at it. Yeah, I'll bring that over real quick. Oh, whoa, whoopsie doozy. Okay, there we go. And I'll clone it and put it right here. Okay, got this one layered up now. Nice and layered, nice and layered. Okay, now, 5 minutes. I saw a couple comments pop up, I think, so let me see what you guys might have said about Luna. Good old Luna. Good old Luna. No sound, or is it my phone? Nah, hopefully it's your phone, bro. Patrick said, great, thanks for looking at it. Yes, sir, you're welcome. Yeah, no sound, Shadrack. I hope it's your phone, bro. Chap, sounds good. Yeah, G-Man says sounds good. Thanks, G-Man. Whew. First, one of these times I did a stream and I went a good 5 minutes without having audio on. I think Patrick was the one who told me to check that shit out. Patrick or Johnny. One of those guys. Just some OG viewers there. Thank y'all guys, man. I'm not going to forget y'all. My pilot boys. Y'all are the boys. The ones who were here before the crowd. Okay, so now I like this. I like this wedge here. If I could just try, let me see here. Why is that so far down? I'll bring that a little bit closer to where I got this going on. Yeah, so I like that. That looks pretty clean. I can try and do something with this. We're right in the middle of it, so there's not much to be done at that point. But when price gets to one of these areas, we can bet long or short on that. Here we can bet. What is this? What do I have? Long. Okay, so if I'm gonna bet short, I'm gonna try and bet short somewhere like right here. Yeah, that would be. That would make it. That would make sense to me. Yeah, I can wait for this and try to short off here. I can try and reduce this stop loss a little bit, so that way if this isn't valid, then I can just like dupe this. So I can dupe this here and try and reset this position or a similar position above this downtrend line here. But I'm just going to keep it simple. I think I'll want to play that. Yeah, you know what? That stop loss is a pretty big range for me. Okay, let me set up my long speculation real quick, because I'm going to try and go long. Oh, man. I feel like price could fall out for the short here, and if it falls out here, I'll probably just want to go short on that direction. But if we could set up a long here, it would probably be somewhere along these lines, and I could put it to the most recent. I'm not going to try and go that far back, but I'll go to right here, 0.85%, so that looks like it kind of makes sense. I could set up the entry somewhere along these points, and maybe this isn't going to be exactly 0.85%, but if this value is below the swing low and beneath the downtrend or the current active uptrend line, and since we are trying to short, or since we are trying to scalp, we want to make use of the current ranges that are right in front of us. So potentially trying to long or short that. I think those are actually pretty good circumstances to potentially enter a position. I would like to try and finish the position on stream today, so I'd really like to take a scalp, like an actual scalp. I've taken some scalps before and they turned out okay, but I just don't like the pressure that's involved with the scalping. I feel like I have to get something done right now, and none of these look too good to scalp for me right now. Like, I've missed this perfect structure, even going into the 1 minute. Yeah, that structure right here, that was better. I could have tried to play on that, so I'll leave that there. I'll check the comments, and then I'm going to choose. I'll be looking at these 3 coins to try and find something to trade. So I'm just going to be thinking, going back and forth. If you guys have any questions, more than welcome to ask. I'll get them checked out. I'm just going to be going back and forth between these structures and trying to find something on a smaller time frame where I could potentially trade. So, yeah, I'll leave that there because I know that's the range in. Let me see what kind of comments we got there. Oh, no new comments. I would short back to support. G-Man's a wise man. If he's talking about Luna back to support, going back to dynamic support from right here, is that what you mean, G-Man? I might be able to set something like that up, but, man, I feel like I really missed a good entry on that there. Even here, I can see that 1 minute floor and breaking. Ah, yeah, here's quite the roll. Let me see, G-Man, let me see. Don't be mad at me. I'm gonna put this on real quick. Oops. That's not the one. Yeah. So let me get a reg fib. I'll see, G-Man. So yeah. Okay. 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 So if I want to take short, then I'll try and wait for there might be some slight pullback into this region. Setting this up to respect to fib. 155 stop loss. No, man, I don't know if I can take it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll take a look. We'll see. Put a pin in this too. Okay. So I guess if I was waiting for that long, I would speculate that short would go down in that position, but we'll see. So this is all speculation. I haven't taken any positions yet. Let me get my exchange ready to take a position now. I'm gonna go to my smart trade terminal. Okie dokie. Okay, so we're gonna be choosing from these 3 assets. So yes, back to dynamic support. Alright, man. Who is he? From right there, yeah, that's about right on the entry, huh? That would be it. I would do it. 1.9%. Alright, let's see. Let me see. I might do this. Maybe gonna pull the trigger here, guys. Maybe. Let me see. I got my trigger finger ready. Got my trigger finger ready, guys. Finger on the trigger. Haven't taken anything yet. I'll let you know if I do. Getting set up. Getting set up. 10x. 10x on the 1 minute time frame. Let's make it 15x. Okay. Alright, ready to pull that trigger now. Let's see. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Alright, that's it. That's right back to entry. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it now. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it now. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. We set up the stop loss. Okay. Edit. Stop loss. 240. TP. I might take an adjusted TP out of this. Be 1-to-1. 92330. I'll set TP1. 50%. 75%. This is a quick trade. And then the last of my balance, we'll try and go here just a little bit lower. 91, 92. Not too much wiggle room between the TPs. Should bounce around. All right, let's pray that everything works out for us. Not sure if you're religious or what you believe in, but we'll see. Now we're gonna go take a look at FTM. Maybe keep up the momentum. We'll take a look now. I'm gonna go into the 1 minute on FTM. See if I have any new comments. Yes, back to dynamic support. No new comments. Okay. Now we are cooking with Crisco. So. This is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. FTM looking like it's ready for the long. Who's that? Patrick, you asked about FTM, bro. What do you think? You think we can get set up for the long here? Let me see. Below the most recent, and this is the 1 minute time frame, so we're not gonna put too much validity on any of these values here. All right? Don't want anyone to get too nearsighted. If I was going to try to shoot 1-to-1 right now, I'll wait, maybe I can scrape out a couple more here. 1.1120. What do you think, Patrick? Are you still here, bro? Patrick, if you're still here, I need your input, my guy. What do you think about this position? What do you think about this position, Patrick? If you're still here, let me know something, boss. Let me know something, boss. Come on. Come on, we're on the 1 minute time frame. We don't got much time to waste, Patrick. If you're still here, let me know. Oh, Patrick, I'm just going to assume you're not here. All right, I'm thinking for myself, Patrick. Thinking for myself here. Let's see, we're on FTM. Oh, no. Looks like Luna's pumping. Please don't pump me out, Luna. Oh, no. All right, so far so bad on Luna. Oh man, that upsets the risk to reward ratio so bad. Whew, see, this is where you get those emotions start kicking in. Damn it. Emotions. That's why it's good to have robots. That's why it's good to have robots. That's why it's good to have robots. Okay. Robots are great people. Well, they're robots, so, you know. Okay, so edit that. Let's see. Sheesh. We can set TP1 like right here. 1.1170. It's at 0.2%. That's not very much. Oops. What the heck? Sorry, misinput. I had it right the first time. 170. Okay, there we go. So set that up green. Lickety split. Clone this bad boy. TB2 can be right here, I suppose, on this breakout. So what's that value? 1.1195. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Get 25% out there, and then our last TP is just going to be the top of this 1.1240. 240, yeah, maybe. Okay, so take everything out there. Alright, let's see how these go. So far, so bad on Luna. I'm just going to hide that for now. I'm going to leave that there so I can speculate on it later, because that's probably going to be, I'm going to be off the stream by then. It's going to be a little too long to speculate on that, so I'll just leave it there. That way I can try and observe it later and see how it went. Same for Luna. I'm going to hide this one here. I'm going to, because we're going to be off the stream by that point. So that's going to be, yeah, that's going to be like 3 hours from now. So I'll leave that, and then I'll try and clean some of this up too after I get off the stream here. Don't want to waste time on that. So what we got going on now? That's what we got going on. We'll take a look. Watch him here for a second. Let me fix my mustache. Oh, it looks all good. So, Patrick, damn, you are here. You are here. I would go long with tight stop. All right, yeah. Went long with tight stop, buddy. Went long with tight stop. On 1 minute, I see narrow spread candle with very high volume, probably buying pressure. I would hope. Yeah, it's probably not going to last forever since it's 1 minute. You're right. Volumes don't tell us too much on 1 minute. Unless there's like a extreme lack of volume. Man, Luna now. Let me just speculate a little grossly. Because if that happens, I'm going to be upset. Okay. Yeah, same for FTN. Let me change that to a white. Or, yeah, white. Okay, there we go. It's all this purple shit that I'm in. Oh, yeah, that's right. Support zone. Okay. So, of course, trading on the 1 minute could give anyone a heart attack, and it's probably not really advisable if you have no idea what you're doing, because it's an easy, surefire way to get your ass wrecked. If you're not very careful, you can make a lot of money on futures, but you can lose it all quickly too. So, don't do this at home unless you know what you're doing. Practice on larger time frames because they're easier, less stressful to call. Now, the only thing that I don't like about larger time frames is we saw at the beginning or some point in this video when charting larger time frame movements, you have to put pretty huge stop losses, like 5, 6, 10% sometimes. And some people will bet on that. For some people, 25% return is worth a 10% loss to speculate on. For me, I don't really like playing larger time frames with a bunch of money. It's easier for me to play short time frames because I know I can be in or out. I have this I'll flip it now. Oh my lord, almost broke something. I have this whatchamajigger hourglass here on my desk. That was my coin. I have a coin that I use to make decisions too. So I have this hourglass right here. I flipped. It's got 15 minutes worth of sand in it. I didn't flip it when I entered either of those positions because we're live, and so my head operates a little bit differently when I know I'm talking to a live audience, of course. But usually whenever I start a intraday trade that I know I'm trying to scalp, absolutely set it up with only 15-minute parameters. So I'll look at the current market structure and wait for something that I can gamble on, like that short. Probably would have gambled for 15 minutes forward. So pretty much at this point, if what I speculate on is not happened, I will look to exit the position and either cut off with minimal losses as possible, or try to escape with some profits if I have any. I can just go ahead and close out. So that's usually what I'll do. So we'll wait to see how the sand goes, and I'll try and make some changes there. If anyone wants to stick around for the live stream, right now I'm just going to be watching these trades and see how they go, and then do Q&A. If anyone has any, drop them in the comments. Let me see what we got here. So Johnny 8 says, can you get the stop loss to move up to break even automatically somehow? On 3 commas, yes, you can. On 3 commas, you can. I think I should actually go ahead and do that real quick. So here are my positions on 3 commas. You can see both of these are live. I'm not just fucking around here with you guys. And this account that we're using to live trade is sponsored by Crypto University. Shout out Crypto University. Been with those guys for over a year now. They have an amazing project. We have an amazing project providing crypto literacy to everybody. And they've sponsored this account for me to do testing on and things like this. So this is what we're using. Now on 3 commas, you can move to break even automatically. And that is what I used in the last trade I talked about on Luna. So I had moved to break even. Basically, once price comes into a profitable region, it'll move to break even. Or if you have adjusted multiple take profit targets, it'll keep on. Oh, I'm gonna take a drink of this water before I had it open for like 10 minutes in my hand already. Yeah. So if you have multiple take profit targets like how I do here, so it's gonna automatically. And this is on the 1 day time frame. I don't know why it automatically pulls up to the 1 day time frame. Yeah, so here I have multiple TP 1, 2, and 3. So with move to break even, my stop loss is right here. You can see where my buy price is. So now if TP 1 is achieved, the stop loss will go to break even. And then if TP 2 is achieved, the stop loss will go to TP 1. If TP 3 is achieved and I have trailing stop loss on, price will try to go up, and then stop loss will come and meet TP 3. If I don't have trailing stop loss on, then obviously the trade's just done. But that's how it would work. So yes, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on now because I forgot to turn it on both of them. I'll just go ahead and edit them. So even if I set up these trades beforehand, you know, it's no big deal. I can go and edit them. So I can even use trailing stop loss or move to break even. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Trailing stop loss can be cool, but you know, all these trailing tools can also get you hurt. And in scalping, there's not really that much room for trailing automation. If I'm scalping, I'm pretty much just gonna have my eyes on the chart anyway. So, yeah, pretty much just gonna have my eyes on the chart anyway. So, I don't really like to use trailing tools for scalping, but trailing tools are super duper helpful for those larger term movements we were talking about. So, like for example, if you have a TP of 10% and you want a trailing take profit of 1%, if price keeps bouncing up in a really volatile bull run or whatever. Then you can just keep your trade stays active and it keeps trailing until price falls by actually 1%. If price has a 0.5% pullback and then keeps going up, that's pretty bullish momentum. So the trailing take profit stays active. But if you have it set for something deeper like 5%, then when there's a 5% pullback like there was yesterday, then your trailing take profit is enabled if you've been in for a very long time. But usually 1% is fine, and that's maybe that's probably explaining something that's a little out of context. But yes. Commas has those tools. Love the hourglass. Going to get me one. Yeah, man, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. For some reason, I collected them for a while. I just had a whole bunch of them, but I got rid of all of them now except for this one. Just this one. Stay here to trade with, and the coin too. The coin. If I can't make decisions, like earlier, I was asking for you, I think. No, I was asking for Patrick. Patrick, what do we do about FTM? Let me see how FTM's doing. I'm like, oh, Patrick, we did it, Patrick. We're going. Thank you so much, Patrick. Yeah, earlier when I was asking for Patrick's help, I was like, yo, I was like, if Patrick wasn't here, you know, I didn't flip this coin, but usually if I'm here by myself, I'll flip this coin if I can't make a decision. Usually when the coin's in the air too, I know what I want to do. Like right here, if I was like, should I go long or tails? I flip it, or should I go long? Should I go long or not? Heads I go long, tails I don't. I flip it while it's in the air. I know what I wanted to do, but when it lands, I have to respect it because I flipped it in the first place. So that kind of helps me to make decisions. Oh, we're going through TP1, baby! TP1 soaring! Patrick, baby, let's go! Let's go, Patrick, baby! Oh, TP1 soaring on that. We're going straight to TP2. Alright, so now at this point, let's just go ahead and adjust this stop loss to... Oh, no, we're going right back down and dumping on his Patrick. Alright, okay, so we're going to make sure that we get stopped out for profit at least. We're in a profitable position. We're going to see how this downtrend plays because this downtrend is protected off these two values. So right here, I'm going to extend this. If we could maintain support above this and get some more upwards pushes, then that would be great. So scalpers just took profits on that. No fooling, scalpers took profits on that. So we're going to try and watch this now and see how it goes here. Like I said, if it gets back to this, we're going to go ahead and just get out. There's no reason for us to take any loss on this position at this point. So, but on the other hand, with Luna, we're still fucked. Still losing on Luna. I don't know why it took a long and a short at the same time. Heat of the moment, you know, things happen. But, alright, so one's pretty much dogging the other. Okay, let me go back to FTM now. FTM seems to be dumping. Fucking FTM's dumping. Okay, so maybe we'll close this one out soon. Let me see what the comments are going. Love the Eric. Why not demo account like Moon Carl and put open mouth in video thumbnail? Nah, bro. No, it's dumping. Oh, it's dumping again. Demo accounts aren't cool because anyone can speculate, dude. Anyone, like you just saw me, like earlier in this video I set up, oh, if you want to go long or short, you can do this and this and this and this. There's a lot of ways to speculate and make use of TA. Okay, so on FTM, my trailing stop loss is actually now just kicked in, or adjusted stop loss, so it's already adjusted just over entry. So it's automatically going to stop me out, if anything, for just a small profit, which is better than going back down to that stop loss. So now I'm going to quit sweating on FTM. Okay, but yeah, no, demo accounts are gay, bro. I mean, I'm not using that much money right now. This account that CU sponsored me has $2,300 some odd on it. Both of these positions are taken with $200 margin, 15x leverage. So I'm not using a shitload of money or anything trying to impress anyone, but I am involving real strategy, real emotions, because I definitely don't want to lose this money because, you know, Gray, the founder of Crypto University, he'll be upset with me. And I don't want Gray to be upset. So I'm trying to grow this actually into $100,000. That would be really cool. And then most of it will be documented here on YouTube and through other various sources. I'm making a little documentary, if you will say. So yeah, I think exposing real emotions to this, because if you're just going to speculate, I mean, what's the point in that? Anyone can speculate. But when you start involving real money, putting your money where your mouth is, where they say, I guess that's where the term comes from, then things get more real, right? Because why should I try, like, I don't know. I was talking to someone about crypto the other day. I'm not going to get too far into it. But yeah, we're going to use real money. We're going to try and grow this account. And we're going to use real emotions, too. So, move SL to break even. Yes, sir, Patrick. Thank you. We got that. Yes, the whatchacajigger done that. 3 commas did that for me. So, best of 3. I'd end up doing best. Yeah, right. You always get in that position like, oh no. All right, best of 3. Okay, so I got 1 winner so far, or it's 1 winning, 1 losing, and yeah, best of 3. That's chasing wins and losses is usually how you end up getting messed up too. So I think maybe I'll just keep it with these 2 trades. I really probably overexposed myself in these 2 trades because I'm trying to entertain you guys as well, right? What's a live stream without entertainment? So we'll see how those go, and I'm not going to take a 3rd one today. Be careful whenever you are trading that you do not start trading based off emotions or trying to chase a loss or recoup some lost funds. Let's not trade like that. So let me see. Johnny 8 says, I don't know what that reaction was. This is pure drama. My emotions are pure drama. Hope it's a good show. It's a good show then. That's what we're gonna try and we're trying to have a good show. Now my Luna trade's not going too well. I don't know. Still got plenty of sand in there, but really I've been in this trade for a little longer than 15 minutes already. I'll wait to see how the sand goes. Honestly, I should probably just go ahead and bail at this point because it looks like it's breaking over the short term here. I should probably just bail and rely on my other trade to kind of help me out. Yeah, maybe I should just bail on this. I'll see how it treats this, I guess. In which point it's probably just going to shoot over and do some super moon bounce. But whatever, we'll see. I didn't really have much profitable region on this one. I really didn't enter a space of profitability yet, so we'll wait to see how it treats that. I'll play this range. Let's see what my EMAs look like. Okay, yeah, that looks like support. Okay, we're crossing over there, maybe getting support. Yeah, not really much. There's no other EMAs to run into on the top. That's gonna bowl up, so probably should just go ahead and get out of that one. I'm just gonna go ahead and get out of that one. Come on, man. Come down a little bit so I can get out of this one. BTC on the move. BTC's moving? What's BTC doing? Oh, yeah. BTC ain't moving. She ain't doing nothing. Yeah, I'm worried about this Luna trade here, so let me see. FTM's doing alright. I'm just going to try and manage this Luna trade now. Wow. Damn it. I should have looked at the EMAs. I didn't even turn on the EMAs. I would have seen that. Touching for support. At least if it breaks through that EMA, it's gonna be go good for me. If it breaks through that EMA right there, it's gonna go good. It's gonna re-enter and probably just drop off the face of the earth. If it breaks below that 200 EMA again, because it's testing for support right now. So we'll see how this candlestick even goes, man. If it finds support off of this EMA, that's probably gonna put me back into at least break even. So, get a drink of water. What's up, guys? What's up, fellas? Any comments, questions, suggestions? Questions, comments, suggestions? Anything like that? Anything of that nature? Anything of that nature? I'm paper trading at MO. Great to see you going through the emotions of a real trade. Thanks, man. Yeah, I think so too. That's why I try to put them up there. I mean, it's like I said, it's a small amount of money, but it's money. And it's money I don't want to lose. In no case should you want to lose money. And even trading with a small amount of funds help you to build up an emotional tolerance. I got this to look forward to. Yeah, you're gonna be sweating your ass off whenever you get. I mean, the 1 minute time frame is killer, bro. It's painful to watch sometimes, but I like to be in and out. I think it's more painful for me to watch and wait. Like if I'm taking a 4-hour analysis and looking at 4-hour candlesticks, it's much more painful for me to watch that. Once it gets into profits, it's all good, you know. But before it does, you're just painfully watching and waiting, and that's just way too much lead time for me. Really enjoying the show. I'm glad you enjoy the show, bro. I'm glad you enjoy the show. Not every time will it be so entertaining. Like, I definitely want to talk about different subjects, too. Like NFTs. I want to get into a whole bunch of different things, man. Just do all kinds of different stuff with the stream. So, hopefully, I can try to appeal to a couple different people and keep you guys entertained as well. I think TA is always fun. It's always going to be fun to do TA live. So, we're always going to be able to sit here and trade together. Always something we can do. But again, I want to try and do, like, eventually I want to be able to do, for example, introductory classes where I go through the basic stuff, like read out from my guide or from some of our course material and just, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get out now. That's good enough for me. I'm almost out of sand. Okay, fine. I'll wait just a little bit longer. Yeah, I want to try and introduce, like, do a full trading class, you know, like a 7-week program where we do some live streams, like, you know, for example, every Wednesday at whatever time, Wednesday 9 o'clock, we have this class, intro to crypto, and then we just start progressing through. And then similar things too, like last week I did news, like a little newscast. So I just want to have fun with this shit, man. I want to have fun, try to entertain you guys too. This is fun for me. It's a new level of fun. I can definitely think better whenever I'm not in front of an audience as far as my trading goes. But this is fun. It's entertaining for me too. So I'm glad you're being entertained. I hate 1 minute scalping. Yeah, 1 minute scalping is not always the best. Alright, it's fucking painful sometimes. But, you know, sometimes the market treats you really good and you just have those really big fat candles like we did here on FTM. You're like, oh! And sometimes they're even fatter than that. Like, if you get in on the right time, like, damn. I wouldn't have been able to speculate on this too hard, but, like, right here, that's grounds for speculation. And that's pretty solid. I'd be like, if I got in right here, I'd be like, oh, go right up to 1%. Probably would have jumped out right there. I don't know. But here we are. So it looks nice. A little 2 candlestick pullback. Let me see what our EMAs look like here. Yeah, we're opening up now, so maybe she's going to come back down here for a bit. Test some of these other layers here. But like I said, we're already over TP1 now. So TP1 should be adjusted to TP1 automatically. So if it goes right back down here, I'm just going to get stopped out at 1.1170. It's not exactly what I want, but whatever, you know. Oh, damn it! I should have got out of Luno. No! I should have got out of Luno whenever I said I was going to get out of Luno. Alright, that's it. She comes back down, I'm getting out. I'm out of sand already. That's been 15 minutes, so got to start making some decisions. Got to start doing damage control now. And you know what? I probably should just close out of that FTM trade, too. It's already been 15 minutes. We'll see if it creates a new high here. If it doesn't... Oh, yeah, I already have that. Let me just... So we got that. Okay. So I really don't want to get stopped out right there. I'm going to be super mad if price comes back down, confirms out, and does something like that. But I had a scalp intention on that, so that's been adjusted now. And Luna just needs to come back down so I can get the hell out of this position already. God dang it, don't you go up. Don't you do it. Yes, dump the Luna. Guys, can someone call... I don't know who has a bunch of Luna. This is not big corner. I'd say call Michael Saylor. Dump it. Dump it. The Sandman. Long wait comes at FTM. I closed. Yeah, I got my SL on FTM there. Damn it, Luna needs to come down so I can get out of this trade already. My girl's game starts in 4 minutes. I can actually watch the live stream, so that's gonna be cool. Oh look, I got a text from Patrick. PW. Oh no, I get it. PW Crypto. I got you. Patrick took a screenshot of me making that face. Oh, you can kind of see through my phone because I got the green screen. You can't see through my hand though. I'm stupid. Yeah, good one, dude. Good one. Good one, Patrick. Yeah, those are funny thumbnails. Funny thumbnails. Dang, look like FTM stuck. People don't know what they want to do. Look at that. Volume disappearing. So now speculator's gonna speculate. Let me get rid of this. Now we have that to work off of. Speculator's gonna speculate. Hopefully it doesn't come back that far because I'll get stopped out right there. And I want to go up. Man, I should just take that SL off. See, you get these kind of emotions too. You're like, man, you know, should I just do this? Should I just do that? Should I just go ahead and close it off now? Oh, come on now. What is Luna doing? No one's dumping Luna yet? Why isn't anyone dumping Luna yet? Man, what's that dude's name? Quad? Founder of Luna? Man, this looks like this. Where is it? Where is it? Ah! Looks like this. Oh, why is it not allowing me to change? Oh, there it is. Yeah, like something like that. Which goes right to my stop loss. Come on, man. Oh, yeah, there she goes. She's pumping. She's gonna pump. Alright, that's enough. Enough. Come on. Ah, that's too much. Ah, damn it. Yeah. I should go. I should leave. I should get out of this. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright. I learned my lesson. No! Okay. Let's see. Damn it. Alright, so... my damn close price. Show me the close price, fool. $93.683. Alright, so that's why I know how stupid I look. $93.638. Oh. Alright. Alright. Oh. Was that my entry? That was not my entry. Oh, it was my entry. What the f is going on here? Oh, close price, 94,156. There we go. Alright, so there's where my dumbass closed my trade. I should have waited. Fuck! He's dumping too. These dudes just playing with me. Who's playing with me like this? Which one of you is the Luna Whale? Which one of you Luna Whales is playing with me right now? That's why you keep suggesting Luna. Because you want my money. You keep dumping on me. Thanks. Thanks! Wow! Wow! Oh no, I could have got back out I could have got out in my entry. God. Leave! No! Stop! Stop! What? What? No! No, 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 no. See? Fuck! That's great. That's great. Oh, what's up? What's up, Neo? Oh, Neo saw me getting upset. Neo saw me getting upset and he came over here to comfort me. Yeah, we just get fucked, Neo. We got fucked, buddy. Yeah, where's Oso? Oso's the one who makes the NFTs. Oso's outside. Oso's outside because he's a bad boy. Well, you know, that sucks, but I'm not going to chase this trade. I already lost enough. So, we live and we learn, guys. That's the truth. I came late into your stream. Cup and handle? I'm pretty sure we need to call... Yeah, should have called it off. Should have called it off earlier. Should have called it off that first time I got back to entry. Right there. Should have called it off right there. Damn it. Came in late to your stream. What's the red and green indicator you're using? This is the risk to reward ratio. You just grab it from right here and you can choose long or short, buddy. So that's the risk to reward ratio. And you can set up your values by dragging these points. Oops. I accidentally brought out another one. You can set up your values by dragging these points like that. Or you can come in here to type them in. I need to smoke. Gotta chill out. This is nerve-wracking. Right, bro? That's fucking bullshit. Look at that. That's upsetting. That's really upsetting. I knew it. I told you. Look, I said, I was right here. When we were right here, I said, if it breaks the 200 support, it's probably going to shoot down. I said that. I should have waited. I should have waited for this motherfucker right here to break. I should have waited for that. But it's whatever. I should have closed out earlier. I should have closed out way earlier. Whenever like right here. I decided I was going to close out. I should have done it at that point. But it's all good. These things happen. We live and we learn. Hopefully you can learn from my mistakes too. Okay, so Luna, done with Luna. You're welcome. Mid-Jeep, you're welcome for the explanation on the tool. Damn it, bro. I should have taken that. I should have taken that. Should have taken that. We can always sit around and say what we should have taken, right? Even look, see, someone else was speculating on this line here that I had drawn after the fact. So let me hide that. Someone was speculating on this. A couple people were speculating on that. This breaks. Maybe something like that. It started to dump from here, and a lot of people just got in. They were waiting for this retest. Someone wanted to long, sure, but not enough people wanted to long. I'm sure somebody saw this. Yeah. It's probably why we're stuck right here. And then this is going to get shattered out and we'll go further. But, yeah, there were new speculations after my speculation that invalidated my speculation. It's all good, though. When did I take my glasses off? I don't know if I've had my glasses off the whole stream or not, but I'm going to go ahead and put these back on. I don't remember when I took them off, if I did, but I usually have them on. They don't help me see. They help to block out blue light because I look at 4 screens all day, so there's a lot of blue light here. I'm just protecting my eyes. So Luna, the Luna whale is coming to my streams and dumping on me. Shame on you. Yeah, I was thinking maybe cup and handle too. It's not cup and handle no more, obviously. So still lying on FTM. I'm gonna see how FTM treats me. Still haven't automatically got stopped out, so the volume is just like non-existent right here. Maybe we get that touch right here, but again, it looks like a very similar situation to where we had right here, and people bet on the fallout. So maybe a lot of people are getting ready to start shorting that. Yep, a lot of people are getting ready to start shorting this here. I'll bet you. Actually, let me bring that back out because that's still open. I'm just gonna hide it for now. So probably someone's setting up, getting ready to gamble on this, which makes sense. You know, that's a good scalp. Even right here is a good scalp. 0.5%, and then you can come back down 0.5% this way. Maybe not exactly 0.5%, but yeah, someone's speculating on that for sure. So we'll see who starts piling up, because I mean that's a really short-term trend, and here would be the next range on it. I mean, this is probably not visible to anyone outside of scalpers right now, but and also here too we have logically, you're not just This is what you're speculating on, guys. Whenever you're guessing and doing TA, I mean, you have to set up, like, right, we have a market structure here now, and we can see upper and lower ranges to speculate. But really, what we're speculating on is against other people. So, do we really think people are about to long from here or short from here? I mean, we're kind of in the middle of two ranges, so it's not really easy to say on either direction. Thankfully, I'm in, so I'm glad I don't have to speculate anymore. Speculating is the hardest part about crypto. And it's broke. It's broken right there. So I'm going to be real careful there. I mean, 3 is automatically going to stop me out, and we're actually going to be at loss for between both of these trades. It would be combined to be a loss, if that does come true. If I do get stopped out right here, the difference between the two will not be a profit. Fucking A, come on, buy some FTM, pump it. Okay, so we'll wait to see how this goes, and then we'll cut off the stream. Damn, my girl's game already started. Put it on here without no volume. Okay, there we go. So that way, I'll move it over here. Okay, so now I'm watching my girl's game without any volume. after I make a decision on this trade, we'll close out the stream. So basically now I've ran out of sand time. If I would have listened to the sand timer, I should have closed both of these trades a long time ago. I won't know exactly what the value between both of these would be, because I could have closed Luna for right back at entry and then just walked away with my money from FTM. But that's not the case. I'm down $16.56 on Luna. And right now my profit on FTM is $7.92. So what I'd like to do, since I already have this position in profits, is try to ride it up to where I could at least negate my $16.56 loss. Or maybe get some more profits out of it and actually walk away with profits from this equation between the two trades. So that's kind of how I'm managing FTM now, and I'm managing FTM this way now because I already have a failed trade under my belt. I could have managed it differently if it was the only trade I've taken, but this is now how I am managing it because I have other things to make up for, and I'm not trying to do this based on a revenge basis, because if I was revenge trading, then I'd immediately be attacking the market and trying to recoup that $16. But I'm already in a position, and it's already going well. So this is how I'm making an adjustment to try and correct the mistake I made earlier and recoup those losses. So that's how I'm going to manage this. And again, if it goes right back here, it's already out of my hands. The 3 software is going to stop it out for me. So I don't have to think too much on that part. But if it goes up, I'm going to have to keep adjusting it and keep thinking. So that's how I'm doing it now, and that's what the remainder of this live stream is going to be. And also, any questions you guys have, we'll answer them. So any questions, come on, fellas. They will short. We never broke previous high. That's why I had to stay in, just my opinion. Man. I know. I should have stayed in there because it didn't get... I should have waited to see how it treated that point. I was thinking that too. I should have waited to see how it treated that point, but I was also already way past my own guidelines that I usually set up, so my thinking was off. But very, very good point, G-Man. I could have at least waited for that one, because I then could have closed out for a profit if I would have at least waited for this. Or two, if I let my original stop loss, or if I let the whole thing play out as I had originally projected. But I was involved way too long, so I don't know. The best of a bad situation. But yeah, could have held on for that point. Would have made a little more sense. I was already getting blindsided by the EMA values, was too short-sighted. I was thinking that it was just going to pop through there and give me more of a loss than I needed. I was actually already thinking about managing FTM to try and recover some of these losses. So that's also why I decided to stop out at that point. So was the MACD too slow to help? I mean, I didn't really have the cross right there. I didn't have the cross when I closed. It was an uptrend. If I go back, I don't remember exactly what I saw, but I mean, here, I think this is where I stopped out because there's my close price. So yeah, I didn't have that. I had an uptrend on the MACD. I had this telling me this was support. This looked like it was breaking over resistance as well. ADX doesn't really say a lot. But yeah, that looked like an uptrend. So I was just ready to go. I was ready to get out. Didn't want to try. Because I figured if it shot through, it was just going to pump through here and then come up and retest somewhere in this area. So I didn't want to be involved. I was speculating. And then I think one candlestick later, yeah. you could see it retracing, and maybe that's nah. It was happening too fast. I didn't want to be involved in that. I made my decision literally right before that big fat red candle, so I know I didn't see that red candle. I closed out before that red candle. I couldn't have seen the MACD, brother. It didn't. It wouldn't have helped me. It looked like, I think at that point, you can go back and watch the live stream and see what I was doing, even right now. But I can't. So I'm pretty sure I was speculating on that there was no MACD downtrend. So FTM is not doing nothing. The volume is stagnant on FTM. Come back to here and see comments. 15 minutes. FTM is rejecting off of 50 EMA. So we need to see more price action now. 15 rejecting off 15 minutes. 50 EMA. So 50 is the blue. Yep, it's experiencing some rejection right there. So naturally, with this time frame, we could find support here below where my stop loss already is. But I'm not going to risk coming any closer to my entry at this point because, like I said, I need to try and negate some of that loss from Luna. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and try to, I'm just going to go ahead and get out if it comes to that value. But you're right. We could possibly find support along some of these levels here for that reason. Like the 9 and 26, there could be this retest here where it comes down, and then retest here, and then comes back up. It could even fall through a little bit lower and retest on this and come back up, and still be playing inside the valid market structure. So, but I'm not going to wait for that much speculation to play out. That's a very nice observation, Patrick. Thank you for pointing that out. But I'm not going to speculate on that. I'm just going to go ahead and try and recoup the losses I've already incurred. So let me drop back down to 1 minute now, because that's where the show is happening. 1 minute time frames is where we get a lot of hurt feelings. All right. So let me see. Yeah, my Luna trade's closed. We're just spectating on this. Luna, dang it. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Dang it. Luna made a fool out of me. Johnny says, appreciate your time, mate. Enjoy the game. I gotta shoot. Girlfriend's calling. Yeah, I know what that phone call sounds like, bro. We'll see you next time, man. The saying waits for no man. Later, bro. Super stream. Thanks, Midi Jeep. Thanks, Midi Jeep, bro. I really appreciate that, brother. Thanks for coming out. Brother or sister. Not sure if you're a sister or not, but thank you. Thank you either way. Either, whatever you might classify as shit, I don't know. We got boys wanting to be girls, girls wanting to be boys, whatever you call yourself, man, that's cool with me. As long as you trade some crypto, as long as you buy some Bitcoin, you know what it is. Bitcoin unites us all. So no hate, man. Don't hate, accumulate. Don't hate, accumulate. Don't hate, accumulate. Okay. FDN really is playing this range. It's a really nice, I feel like it's going to shoot up. I really do feel like it's going to shoot up here. And guys, if you're just joining the stream, if you're still watching, thank you guys for being here. Basically what we're doing in this stream right now at this point is we're waiting for FTM to come up above. I've actually already filled some at TP2, so that's cool. Filled some at TP2, but I'm still waiting to try and get up above that even higher, because if it gets above here, then my stop loss will auto recalculate to here, and then make sure I get squeezed out with more profits, and then I'm going to try and chase 2 up there. Now, normally, this has been way past 15 minutes. I've already ran out of stand on my timer, so normally I wouldn't be involved in a scalp this long, but if you didn't see what happened earlier, I lost $16.56 on Luna. I could have just waited 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes, been out of that trade with profits, closed this one, and had both of these in profits for the day. But you know, we can't see the future, because if we could, we'd all be driving, I don't know, whatever you want to drive. I don't know what you fancy, what's your dream car. Lambos are cool, but I mean, if you ever drive one, they're pretty impractical. I don't know if I could, if I was super duper rich and could just blow 400 grand for something I'd drive maybe 10 times a year, practically, I'd do it. Just to have it laying around, but it's pretty impractical. Car goes like 200 miles an hour. You're not going to be driving, I don't know what the speed limit in your country is, but you're not going to be driving more than 55 miles an hour, really. I don't know how that converts to kilometers per hour, but yeah. If we could see the future, we'd all have our... If we could see the future, what would really be the point of living? I guess. So we have fun speculating on trades, having heart attacks trading the 1 minute time frame. FTM consolidating. I think it's going to go down. Yeah, it's having a hard time getting above that point. Like Patrick said, I think he said it was buttoned up on the 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. On the 5-minute time frame, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. We probably could go up a little bit higher to the 200 EMA in 5 minutes at 1.12, but I wouldn't discount coming back in here. So I would say that probably the active range to be played is right here between this EMA value, which is the 100 EMA, and the 200 EMA. We also have the 50 and 26 that we can come back to for support, but at that point it would just spill down. Oops. At that point it would just be spilling down. Yep, so there it is. There's the dump. G-Man, you said it. G-Man said it. Come on. Stop loss finished. Okay. So, damn. Alright, boys. First time we took a losing trade on stream, so that kind of sucks, but probably won't be the last time. You know, these things happen. So, we have a losing trade here, minus 16 bucks, a winning trade of plus 7 bucks. Now, the difference is still negative, and I'm not going to calculate it right now. I have a calculator, but I'm not going to calculate it. We are at a negative loss for this stream, so we're going to have to do better in the next one. We're really going to have to try and maybe not jump in at market price. Whatever the market structure gives us, though, is what we're going to have to work with, obviously. But that's the stream for today, guys. Hopefully you learned something, a little bit about how to manage trades, how I take trades, how I get set up for them, how I process emotions, how the market doesn't care about you. So any other questions or comments, guys? It looks like we still have, I think if I'm reading this right, I'm starting to understand this. It looks like there's 4 viewers right now. So if anyone has any questions or comments, I'll go through the comments one more time, answer them up, and then we'll take off. So let me see here. Patrick says, in our country, there is road limit holes everywhere. Oh! Turn that off there. Alright, so in our country, there is road limit holes everywhere. I lost the wheel once. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, bro. Here in Austin, it's not too bad, but I don't live really... I mean, even in downtown, it's not really that bad. Yeah, it's not too bad here. I've definitely been through towns where it is terrible. So sorry you have to go through that, brother. But I also drive a dirt bike, too. I like to drive that thing around. I don't really get into too many road issues. I can go pretty much anywhere. You love these Fridays! Yeah, my man, Patrick. I'm glad you love these Fridays, bro. I almost didn't do a stream today, like I said, because my girl was playing out of town. But that's why I didn't schedule it. I'll schedule one for next week, and we'll have some really good content to go over. We'll try and do some more trading, try and talk about some news. And again, I want to get set up for it, like intro to crypto. I can try and start teaching instead of just trading on live stream like a degenerate. This is pretty degenerate style trading. I mean, I understand how to trade, but when it's on a live stream scenario, for sure, you have to understand that I'm certainly behaving in a manner that I would not do if I was not constrained by time or an audience. So I would really just wait for better signals and things of that nature. But again, I'm trying to entertain you guys here. At the same time, show you what it's like to really trade. So in the future, I'm going to be setting up designated streams to where I'm just instructing and not having degenerate style trading occurring, because I definitely don't want anyone to get the wrong idea and think that you just go out and willy-nilly and jump in on the 1 minute and trade. It's not what you do, but that's how I entertain. So yeah, thanks for that one. G-Man, life of a trader. Yeah, we win some, we lose some, bro. That's the truth. But it's okay. I didn't liquidate the account. We're still going to be able to grow, and I have a lot of confidence that one day, here on this channel, here on Deadly Crypto's channel, that we'll get this account up to over $100,000 from $2,000. It's like that $2,300 right now, I think, something like that. Yeah, we're gonna do it on this live stream. We're not gonna liquidate this account. We're gonna use degen style with a mix of some risk to reward parameters, and we're gonna take this account to 100K, baby. Let's go. All right, fellas. So if there's no other questions or comments, we'll go ahead and sign off. thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it. G-Man, thanks for coming through. I know it's like 4 or 5 a.m., some really ridiculous hour for you. Patrick, thanks for coming in. Johnny was here earlier. He's already gone. Mid-Jeep. Whoever else left comments. Let me see who else left comments through here. Johnny, G-Man, Patrick. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Shadrack, thanks for your comment, bro. Maybe you left, actually, because you just asked about sound. But anyway, you left a comment. Thanks for coming. Kobe, thanks for coming, bro. Atong, Ivan, Samantha, thanks all you, everyone who came to the live stream. And if you didn't leave a comment, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. You're why I'm here. And I'll see you guys at the next one. Later, everybody. Toodaloo.